He'd asked the British people to stay in the EU, but a majority chose to leave. For him, this is a profound personal defeat, and he promised to step aside.
The British people have made a very clear decision to take a different path. And as such, I think the country requires fresh leadership to take it in this direction. I will do everything I can as Prime Minister to steady the ship over the coming weeks and months. But I do not think it would be right for me to try to be the captain that steers our country to its next destination. This is not a decision I've taken lightly, but I do believe it's in the national interest to have a period of stability and then the new leadership required.
Early polls had given the Remain side some hope, but as the night unfolded, result after result showed an irresistible tilt towards Leave.
The total number of votes cast in favour of Leave was 82,000.
Here in the north of England, a huge win in a working-class district more used to voting for the pro-Europe Labour Party.
Total number of
Another big win down south, this in an area very popular with the Eurosceptic UK Independence Party. In Scotland and Northern Ireland, they voted Remain, but a surprise in Wales, which headed for the Brexit. Tensions lie ahead in this not-so-united kingdom.
A total change in circumstances, a change that will provide a realignment that many of the forces who were previously either sceptical or opposed to Scottish independence will be now having a very substantial rethink under these new circumstances.
In the end, 1 million votes separated the two sides, a triumph for those who have long campaigned against Europe, and they were quick to celebrate.
It's a victory for ordinary people, decent people. It's a victory against the big merchant banks, against the big businesses and against big politics. And I'm proud of everybody that had the courage, in the face of all the threats, everything they were told, they had the guts to stand up and do the right thing.
The Remain side had warned of economic turmoil. On Friday morning, the markets delivered on that promise. The pound fell, so too the London stock market. And from a potential contender to replace David Cameron and lead the Brexit negotiations with Brussels, this.
There is simply no need in the 21st century to be part of a federal system of government based in Brussels that is imitated nowhere else on earth. It was a noble idea for its time. It is no longer right for this country.
David Cameron took a big gamble offering the British people a referendum on Europe. It's a gamble he lost, and he has to pay a heavy personal political price. The United Kingdom, in terms of its relations with some of its closest neighbours, even in terms of its own identity, is now entering a period of unprecedented uncertainty. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World, London.